Hello, welcome back to Crypto Smart Analyst. So today we have a very good and delicious soup on the menu. Let me just list this. So if you think STIC has been making you very confident in your trading and improving your trading, and if you've been thinking, yeah, that is the way it's been working for the long while, think again because the latest update is mind blowing. It gives you everything you need in trading. I mean, we said STIC is the smart trading and investment companion, right? But yes, we just got better because we invested so much time into making it as smooth and perfect as it is right now. And if you screen my screen right now, you'll be noticing something which has to do with inducement, bull inducement, and bear inducement. So before now, STIC doesn't have this inducement alert that tells you when the market, if you have a fake pump or a fake dump, or let's say the market is already at extreme. Like you can see that, you can see what we have here right now. Here we have a buy. This buy sum is an entry alert, but having a buy sum and having an inducement alert on the same candle indicates that that is not a valid entry for you. You shouldn't go into this entry. The market is potentially going to reverse or consolidate, and you can see that we have the same thing here. You can see the mark we had a buy some alert here, and we got a bullish inducement, meaning that this is not a valid entry. But initial STIC indicator would basically just enter and you go in along with that. So now from there you had a short. We actually shorted this asset yesterday. This is Solana, 15-minute time frame. So I placed a short where we had the sell sentiment. We had the sell some and sell sentiment at the same time anyway. So we had a sell sentiment alert. So if you use your projection tool to project, mostly I just use this to project. So if you use to project about 2x, let's say 2x, yeah, just 2x is fine. So 2x is fine, thereabout. So we got an entry around here, and projecting that, entering about 500, 600 slot, and we had a short. So it was a short from there. We got a sell alert from there, and STIC followed through. So one other thing you should take note is the market can take probably eat your stop loss is possible. Depending, that is why you need to understand where to eat your stop loss. So we have the market being induced. Our target is like 2x off from an entry right now. So we got the entry, and boom, hard in profit. About $1,000 on the asset anyway, for buying about $600 worth of Solana. So the trade is currently still on my account because the market is still. I'm still protecting my profit. I've taken profit. I'm protecting my profit and following along. So that is the amazing tool. Like you can see, this is a valid sell. And now, if you let me pause that. If you notice what happened around here, you have sell some, and you got to sell. So in case you do not get this alert and you're thinking this is going to be a valid sell, because you're currently getting a sell some alert right now. You can see sell some, which is I intentionally make it a smaller alert because it's sometimes valid, or most times sometimes lead to inducement. So it's also a valid alert if it occurs at the right time. So we have a sell some alert, and the sell some also indicated a bear inducement, and also take profit. You say you got a bear inducement and take profit at the same time. That's basically telling you the market is extended, it might not continue. So the best thing for you is just to ignore this entry and look for a valid entry. So looking at what has been happening so far, we have it running and running in. So if you actually pick the entry and you're waiting up to now, up to the current state right now, you'll have been out in as high as to 2000 if you entered once, depending on the capital you're currently working with. That is it, projecting it. The market is currently trying to reverse, which I'm expecting is going to break bullish. So most times it's best to leave. Sometimes it's okay to leave money on the table, yeah. Just take your profits and get out of it. So at our exit is going to be giving us about $1,000 with this leverage anyway. So that is one of the important things about STIC right now, the update. And if you want to, let's say currently I'm merging STIC version 1 and version 2 together. So if you check out currently, I'm merging STIC version 1 and STIC version 2 together. So let's say we have that trade from there and you close it right now, you're going to be making about 834,000, 100% win rate. That's the win rate, 100%, no loss at all, massive. So you can see what I'm talking about right now. So this is STIC version 1 and STIC version 2 merged together. So if I disable STIC version 2, you see that there's no coloration on the candlesticks. One of the advantages of STIC version 2 or version 1 is that it gives you the sentiment of each of the candles. Like you get the market sentiment on each of the candles. When you have a yellow is bullish, blue is bullish, red is bearish, and white is bearish. So whenever you have a red candle or white candle, that's bearish. If you have a gray candle like this, it's basically at the 50-50 range. If gray is 50-50, it's not going up and down. So we're in between. We're not sure which one is bullish yet. So that's why we have a gray. So that's like the indication for this. And we also have the liquidity region for version. So this is version 1. I already disabled most of the entry alert here, so I'm just using the candle sentiments and volume and the liquidity region, so I can see where we have major liquidity and the confluence point on version 1. So this is version 1. You can see the confluence point currently for Solana is currently around $126. But we also have liquidity above, but we have major liquidity below as well. So there's potential that it's going to pick the liquidity here before going uptrend. So enabling STIC version 1 back. So that is it. Mostly when you probably come to your chart, you're going to see something like this. It's looking so rough and off, but you need to zoom out. You need to zoom out actually. You need to zoom out your chart. So you can go back to historical data, like come back from there. Let's just go back a bit. And you can, this works for any asset. You can see that we have, this was a valid bullish entry. This was valid bullish entry. And the new update, before I forget, the new update also works for same time frame. So if you're on you can pick your entry on 15 minutes time frame and project your exit on 15 minute time frame. The reason why I also say that is there are situations where the market dumps and you do not get inducement, like situations like this. This is an example of that. This is an inducement. This is invalid. This is an invalid entry. This one is an invalid entry, but this is the invalid entry. So this indicated the valid entry without inducement. But after that, let's say you got your entry around here, because normally this is where I get my entry. Whenever I get a valid entry like that, I try to get my entry at the candle open, because the market will mostly come back to retest the candle open or middle of the candle. Whenever you have a valid breakout, the market tends to come and retest the open or the middle or 50% of that candle. So mostly I put my entry around the candle open. So you have it at the candle open. So right now, if the market dumps and you basically did not this one hasn't picked you in, and the entry is not valid. So by the time it comes here, it picks you in and also indicates what is it take this PSE. PSE means potential short exit, while PLE means potential long exit. Let's look for PLE. So PLE means potential long exit, and PSE means potential short exit. You can also use it as a long what's called alert, but I won't recommend that mostly, because sometimes it might occur multiple times. If you pick the first one, it's better, but if you don't get to pick the first one, just ignore it. So if you pick a short here and you got a potential short exit, just exit the market and have a long, and then you can follow up this long. So this basically is a break even. I think if you end up picking this trade, it's going to be you just closing at entry and you're only paying transaction fees. So it's better not to pick it than picking it. So for these, we have the bull sentiment. So for our bull sentiment, we have a valid bull sentiment, I mean to say. So a valid bull sentiment, picking at the middle of the candle, you can see so the market actually dumped. Like I said, whenever you have a valid breakout, whenever you have a valid buy or valid sell, you need to wait for the candle to retrace to pick your entry in. And one other thing you should take note is, if the market breaks out, you have a valid buy, and after a valid buy, you got a valid sell. a valid sell. Just ensure know that your buyer has been validated. So let's say you got a valid buy and now have a valid sell without picking in your valid buy, then your valid buy has been validated. You want to follow the next trend. So like this one is not a valid sell. You can see we have a sell, but it's not a valid sell because we have a bear inducement. So it wasn't valid. So if you pick this, let's say project about 2x. Now this is even 3. This is more than 2x. So we'll pick this projecting about 2x. And here we'll have already made our 2x from here. We will have made 2x of the capital wherever you invest. Let's say you risk 2%. Like I always advise, don't risk more than 2% of your capital at the time. Risk 2%, you make 2x of it, you're out of the trade. Boom. That's it. And if you decide to continue, if you decide to follow through the market, you can basically just keep adjusting your stop loss. You can keep adjusting your stop loss, follow through, adjusting your stop loss as the market too. And one of the major things I just enabled by default, the X's you're seeing here right now, they are not enabled by default. So if you're going to be using it, you can come to settings, you can come to the STIC settings, and then you see we have show long. This is the old alert anyway. I don't normally use this. It's going to be disabled by default. Then we have show potential short exits and show potential long exits. Then we have show potential stop loss. So with this, if you enable this, you can see I disabled it right now. The X's are going to go disappear. Yeah, good. So if I enable it back, the X's are going to come. So those are your stop loss regions here. So for this, we have the stop loss. So how do I adjust my stop loss? I have the X. This X indicates the stop loss. And if you're longing, then you want to place your stop loss from the height, from the low of that same candle that your X appeared on. So most time I use it for low, it appeared there. So I already adjusted my stop loss from here. Now I've taken profit. Now I've adjusted my stop loss. I've adjusted my stop loss, and I'm currently even in profit, even if it close me out, if my stop loss gets to close me out. And the next thing, you start trending it upward. So the market is going, this is the next one, this is the next one, higher, this is the next one, is higher than this. So you don't want to go lower. So because this one is lower than this candle, the low of this candle is lower than the low of this candle. So if you're here, you want to remain there. You don't want to restart adjusting it backward. And if you're here, you're here. So it's up. You want to keep adjusting it upward and upward. So basically what you're doing is protecting your profit. So as the market is going, you're protecting your profit. And don't forget, I've already taken my profit out. So we are here now, and we are now here. So by this time, the market, if I protect my profit long enough, I get taken out here. Or before I get taken out here, if the potential long exit did not appear, because this is the exit, you can see an exit here. This candle is the exit. You can see the PLA. This candle is the exit. So you can see we got in. Delete. We got in from here, and we are exiting here. So what's the projection right now? Let's check out the projection from this entry. From this entry to this exit, that's 4.8%. So based on your risk, we do the same thing, and we got out at 3.81x. That is, if you're risking $1,000, you'll be making profit of $3,801. That's the implication. So depending on your risk, whatever you afford to risk is what you can afford to gain or afford to lose. So that's the thing in trading. So you can see you keep following up and up and up and up like that. That's how to protect your profit or also get out. So with the latest STIC update, you can do your analysis of 15 minutes time frame and project your exit also on 15 minutes time frame, because you already have an exit position alert that can easily indicate for you to get out. So if you get exited here, and now we got a short, we got a valid short. You can see there's no inducement here. We got a valid short from here. So let me project this. If I'm getting a valid short from here, you can actually, most times I tend to use the candle height, or I just project it to be above the previous high. You can see we have a higher high here. This is the higher high, and yeah, I'm going to talk about that again. We have the higher high section, and you have the lower high. You have the lower low. Those are actually being indicated. I didn't label it out, but they're well indicated on this chart. I'm going to point it out on how you can identify them. So let's say you follow in through the short from, I actually did a short from 136 something. So if you follow in on the short that happened yesterday, you will have been out at over, I think the deep about 7.9x, 7.94x. So let's say you invested you risked $1,000. There are two different things between what you invest and what you risk. So your risk is $8,000, so you're going to be cashing out $940 for risking $8,000 here. So that is how it works. It's like, man, massive. So the major thing is for you to get the first entry, get the best entry and the first entry. If you entered here, you're going to be making less, but you're still going to be making money. So you can see we got to sell this. We got to sell some here. This is an invalid sell. This is a valid sell. This is an invalid sell, because the same candle is holding a bear inducement. That is, don't enter. This is an inducement candle. So most times it is still valid in a way because the market is still very poor. I would not want to enter it because it already indicated a bear inducement. And here you can see we have a long here, which is a valid entry. We have a valid, so there are situations where it actually get to occur where you have a long which is valid and the market goes long. You can see the market goes long. So if you're live in the market, if you're targeting 2x, I don't think this is up to 2x, but let's see if it's up to 2x. Let's see if I can get up to 2x from here. So yeah, I can get up to 2x actually. So if you end up entering at a candle low, or let's say candle open, at candle open, you can actually get a close 2x before the market takes you out at loss. Yeah, because before you end up eating your stop loss. And I'm sure we will be getting, I'm sure there should be a PL here right now, potential long exit. Let's see if that appeared. Bullish inducement. Okay, it did not appear. Yeah, it did not appear. So there are situations like that here where you actually do not get indeed the exit and you get just stop loss. So this, like I said, it is not 100%, but the accuracy is quite top touch. It's not 100%. So sometimes, yeah, like situations like this where you get induced, you can get induced, but if you get to protect your profit and get out of the market, you're out easily. Because once you get a sell sum, like this is a valid sell sum, this is a major manipulated market, and you got a sell sum here. So when you get a sell sum here, this basically takes you out and you can now open a new short here. So opening a new short, even though the market is extended, you would have been in profit, I think. So let's project it actually. Let's see based on the, so this one wouldn't have taken me in because mostly you can see I'm waiting for the market to come back to this entry 133, but it never did until, yeah, it never did, because this analysis basically, if you're doing your analysis, you may be doing it on higher time frame or lower time frame. It later did enter this region. You can see it came back there about this was third, a day after. If you are doing, this is basically a 1 hour, a mid time frame or higher time frame trade. So basically, I think this will work for a mid time frame trade. But if you're not doing the mid time, if you're doing trading on 15 minutes time frame like I am doing right now, this entry will not be valid. You can see it won't be valid, and it will have, it won't induce you. Like normally, the current version of STIC that we're using before is going to give you an inducement. It's going to probably take you in here, and you're going to close at loss. But right now, you have an inducement. You can see buy sentiment and bullish inducement. This is basically an invalid long entry. So you're not getting into it, and you're getting into this, which is a bear sentiment, which is a valid short alert. So if you actually get into this one, why leaving that one? Because that is going to obviously, let's say we are currently developing STIC APM, that is automatically going to be cancelled. So basically you want to cancel your trade from there and project it downward. So projecting it downward, you're basically making about how much now? How much can you make? 9 points. So because my stop loss margin, my risk is very low. So right now I'm going to be making close to about 12.5%. So $1,000 can give you up to $1,000 risk can give you up to $12,540. That's like the margin here. So if you reach $100, you're going to be making about $1,254. So that's the way it works. It's that direct, like it's that direct. So that's the way it works for STIC. You can see the, and here awesome. So let's say, okay, that's good. Let's readdress it. Come on, yeah, good. So let's say I did not take my profit at the extreme, and I end up taking my profits around the close, which also indicated extreme. You can see one of the things we have, I think this has been in STIC version 1 and STIC version 2, extreme alert buy some. That is, the market is currently at extreme right now. You can probably buy some. But mostly I don't use this as an entry. I use it as an exit. This extreme alert, I mostly use it as an exit. It's best as an exit because it is possible for you to get an, especially if you're trading on a lower time frame, it's possible for you to get an exit alert, and the market will still continue that trade, and you'll still be getting an exit alert. So it's best for you to use it as an exit and not as an entry. So with this, you'll have made about 9.5 x of whatever you risk. That's the risk to reward ratio. Okay, so that's basically how to use STIC to trade smartly, as in smartly. I've been using this as I finished the coding about a few days ago, and it's been profit back to back. So this is the improved STIC indicator. So I'm projecting an uptrend. Actually, I'm projecting an uptrend from here. So let's say you got into the market. This is an inducement. This is an inducement. This is you can see before, the initial STIC will not indicate this as an inducement for you, but if you're not careful, you'll probably, oh, you got a sell some alert and you jump into it, you'll see that you'll have been stopped out. That is why we have an inducement alert. This is live trade. This is actually happening live, like it's happening live. And this, okay, I saw this. I actually was good. I intentionally entered this trade, and I just saw the inducement alert, and I closed it at entry. Because the best thing is for you to wait for the candle to close. You need to wait for the candle close before you enter. Okay, if you don't wait for a candle close before you enter, it's going to affect you. You might end up getting trapped. So wait for a candle close before you validate your alert. Because let's say when you got this alert, you're only getting sell some. Okay, I think I would like to probably go on a lower time frame so to explore it. So you can see that this happens live, it happens live and instant. So on 5 minutes time frame, I normally don't use 5 minutes time frame anyway. You can see we've already gotten inducement, then we got a valid shot. This is a valid shot right now. So I'm taking this valid shot. Let's just even see how it works. So I'm taking a valid shot, and yeah, so I won't have been stopped out yet. So I'm still waiting for the market to dump 2x, right? 2x, thereabouts. So you have your entry here, the market picked you in, and the market is still currently you're in profit. So if you entered here, currently you're going to be in profit. You can actually explore that. Let's see. So if you enter from there, you would have been in this amount of profit. So the market now, right now, I wouldn't have entered yet. I would just be entering right now. Yes, this is just going to pick me in right now. So right now, according to what the market is, this happens live. When the market is getting induced, when the market, you're getting bear sentiment and you're getting inducement, you're going to be seeing it live. Wait 1 second. Because I'm not really getting it how to play out the way I want it to play right now. So don't forget what we're trading in Solana. It's going to be very noisy. Good, this is it. You can see, like I said, you can extreme alert. You can see this was a valid sell. It's happening live as it's happening. I mean, instantly. This is currently I would not advise anybody to trade on 1 second time frame. You would just be getting induced. This is an induced buy, sell some induced. You can see it's happening instantly. So that's actually how it occurs. It's live. There's no repaint. There's no repaint on STIC. I think the only thing that get repainted is the liquidity region. That is the order blocks, which is your demand or supply zone. That's the down liquidity and the up liquidity that you get. Those are the ones that get repainted most of the time. But every other alert that gives you entries and give you exits are instant. Like as the candle closes, you get the validation of your alert. That's where it happens on STIC. So this is like the most efficient version of STIC right now, and I'm still going to be checking out based on feedback and all to see if there's going to be any improvement we can put into it. But for now, this is what we have, and it's working magic. And another thing you want to put in place, we're currently working on STIC APM. STIC APM is an automated portfolio manager that actually helps you manage your portfolio. So automatically help you manage your portfolio. You can connect your exchanges to it, so that's what we're working on right now. And once that is currently in beta test, we have testers. We have about 15 testers currently testing for us right now. Different traders are trading for right now. And once that is actioned out, we're going to make it available to our community. If you want to join the community, you can join us on Smart Analyst on Telegram. Just or go to our website, Crypto Smart Analyst, and request to join the community. It's a free, open community for traders. The goal for Smart Analyst here, our Smart Analyst Global, is to ensure that we make our community member a profitable independent trader. Okay, we have our Telegram channel here. So we have our Telegram channel here. So this is like the Smart Analyst Global community on Telegram. You get to have a daily insight about the market analysis, market guides, and the likes. So these are things you get in the Smart Analyst Telegram community. It's that massive. So if you have any question or you have an engagement you want me to guide you on, or you want to have access to this tool, go to Crypto Smart Analyst. That's the website, cryptosmartanalyst.com. I'm going to attach the link to the video comment as well, so the description, so you can actually get to have access to it as well. So that's how to use STIC. If you have any question, feel free to ask. And yes, but that's we're going to be giving, I forgot to mention, there's going to be a giveaway to everyone that already had access. We're going to be pushing update in the next 24 hours. So if you, and I'm intentionally pushing this video before that, and if you don't have an account on cryptosmartanalyst.com with your Tradingview valid URL, valid username, ensure that you do that, because we're going to be giving 30 days free access to everyone that have already, for all our existing paid, both paid and unpaid members, probably those that their plan has expired, and everybody's going to be getting 30-day free access to try out and use the STIC version 2 indicator. So it's up to you to explore it. And if you have questions, please don't forget to ask in the community or ask me directly, or just enjoy it, man. I'm super excited about the productivity. I mean, it took, sincerely, it took God. Yeah, most people might not believe in God and everything, but yeah, this is the fact for me. I'm a Christian, and I believe in God. I believe in the divinity, and I believe in the Holy Spirit as well. So in the process of developing this, I think this should be a testimony here. In the process of this, I've been doing this update for the past 2 months, trying to ensure that I fix this inducement bug, because while testing STIC on the STIC APM bot, we're having that issue where we get induced into the market at a point where you're not supposed to get into, because it's basically automated, it's not human. So we're trying to automate STIC, and we've been getting that issue. So I had to just shut down all entries and go into fixing this. So it took me, I've been on this for the past 2 months, testing and debugging, permutating and combinating. We got to the point, there was time for 6 days straight, I didn't step out of my house. I was basically coding and debugging for 6 days. Just wake up, eat, come back to the system, debug, go to work and get work done and come back to it. Basically, I didn't step out of the house until I think it was Saturday or Sunday that day, a few weeks back, last week. Yeah, so Sunday last week, I was so frustrated and tired. And I said, God, I just had to hand it over to my Heavenly Father, right? I think I posted that in my community. I just had to hand it over to my Heavenly Father. And like, I've tried, you gave me the insight to start this, and I'm doing it. I'm trying to help the community and help people. But this is giving me an issue. It's up to you. Go and fix it. And I went to bed, I know. So I came back. Why just sleeping? I was dreaming about it. Then only for me to I was doing some code 3 days ago, and I just stumbled on this solution. It's not like I thought about it. I just put some stuff together and boom, it worked. I'm like, wow, how come? I had to go review and man, it's working, and it's actually working the way I wanted it to work. And that was it. That's like how it came to pass. So if you hear me talking about the fact that God is involved in this, yes, he was, because this is something I've been trying to debug for over 2 months, and after handing it over to him, and it got resolved. So a God factor cannot be taken out of this solution. That's the fact. So if you don't believe in God, I don't know, that's up to you, but that's just for me, this personal. So that's the thing for me, and this is amazing actually. I want everybody to test it, and that's actually giving out the 30-day free trial for everybody to test it out and get to explore how it works. And you can probably, if you enjoy it and you like it, you can now decide to subscribe for STIC and continues as your smart trading companion for life. So that is it. If you have any question, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to trade smartly. This is basically developed for both the bull market and the bear market, so it can guide traders in all market situations. And this doesn't only work for crypto; it works for forex. We can actually search for forex asset right now. Okay, this is GPUSD. You're going to see the same thing work for GPUSD. You can see bullish inducement, take some profit. It works for both crypto and forex assets. It works for all of them. As long as the chart is available on Tradingview, you can see we got a valid entry here. You got your sticks of profit alert here. You get your potential long exit, that is short, get out of the market. And this was a valid, which is more or less an inducement, which is not detected, like I said, but this was detected. This was a bullish inducement, a bearish inducement was detected. So mostly you'll have been stopped out. And for me, I think if you get stopped out, you're following the trade right now and get stopped out, and you would have been in the market from here, which is a valid buy. We have a valid buy here. This is only 15 minutes time frame, so we're not really doing long-term projection here. So we got a valid buy here. We're going to do our 2x from here, even 2.5x. We've done our 2x from here. We'll have been out of the trade profitably. Done. You've taken profit already, 2x. Mostly when I do my 2x, I take about 80%, 75% to 80%, or sometimes 90% of my profit and half. Then I leave the rest to just run. So that's it until you now get a potential long exit. Then you get out of the trade. Getting out of the trade here, awesome. So you get out of the trade around this region. So that's to give you about 1.48. Yeah, about 1.48x. Getting out of this trade at this region, and boom, we are out, and now we're waiting for a valid entry. So I've been out of this long trade and waiting for a valid entry before you can get it. Also, I think you can also use the bull inducement as an exit alert. You can also use it as an exit alert sometimes, but I don't advise it. But it's best for you to use the PLE as an exit alert. That's much advisable. You can use it as an exit or entry alert sometimes, but I don't advise it. Like I said, it's better to use what is being projected to use. So that's just it. That's it. It works for all assets, all time frame, both crypto, forex, indices. It has been tested on them. You can check it out yourself when you get your access to it for 30 days. And we'd love to get feedback on the two. You can comment on the video or respond in our community. We have our Telegram community. Responding there on our Telegram community, and let's get feedback about what you think about it too. If it's good for you, fine. We'd like to see your result as well. Thank you for watching, and do have an amazing day. I know this is already long, but don't mind me.